Hello and welcome everybody to a game from the SEL. This is HwaRang, and on the other side we do have Classic here on Radion. Play map. It is our Brood War Terran against the StarCraft 2 Protoss. StarCraft Evo is very nice still here, running up. And SEL was one of the recent bigger tournaments they have held. And this is the group, I want to say E. This group E. And this is our opening match, and wow, Classic is going to be a little bit lucky. He is going to find his opponent on the first try. Of course, this is effectively a 3-4 player spawn. You can see top left, bottom right. So there's no cross spawn allowed in this on this map. Classic gonna find his opponent immediately. That's a pretty good 50-50 hit there. I wonder what HwaRang is gonna do here. Classic, of course, the overwhelming favorite. It's just gonna go for a little bit of a microplate. Seems gonna throw down a Nexus here with a panel in front. Get cybernetic score here from our Protoss player. And there's the factory. So I've been a fan of the factory units, specifically from Brood War Terran. Even though Stim looks very powerful and Marine Medic also is insanely strong. There's just something about spider mines that makes you go, that makes you believe, oh, but we will see a proxy pylon first here, so this is gonna be a little bit different. Oh, this is gonna be a Stargate, I think. It doesn't get Warp Gate, it only gets one adept so far. But this is gonna be a proxy Stargate, but with a Marine you're not gonna defend that. And there's nothing you can make from the factory except for a Goliath. That would be helpful in this situation, but you'd need that armory. And that's not something that's on the way right now. I don't see an engineering bay. This is gonna be a very, very tricky situation here for HwaRang to deal with. I'm bad at the pronunciation, please forgive me. But yeah. So the SCV is gonna come in, it's gonna find the Nexus, and it's gonna see, oh, that's empty. It is done. You're gonna go for a macro game, right? You're making a few attempts. Try to go in. Yes, he did 1 health. It's gonna get snagged here. That didn't work out. He has an add-on done. He's kind of gearing up to get some kind of advantage for his mech units. He's actually going for a speed vulture. Can't let that get away here. He needs to catch that one. If he's gonna lose a bunch of workers in a moment, he at least needs to get some good rekills across the map. And Classic doesn't really have much to defend. I think there's 2 adepts only right now. Not even a Stalker here yet. And this group of units could still take it, but bam, there goes the Vulture down, and even a proxy gate here. In addition to the Oracle. Oracle is gonna come in here, no defenses set up, no anti-air whatsoever, so HwaRang is just gonna have a bad time. As you can see, the Oracle is just gonna slam those down. That's one does shade in, that's a funny situation to let in. And we'll be able to trade against the Marines here, so the Oracle can actually do more damage. Try to counter repair. We do have a Vulture, a Speed Vulture inside, trying to kill some folks here. But unfortunately, a little bit of miss micro there. Does get a couple of Widow Mine, Spider Mines down, but of course they do not trigger on folks. Unless you're gonna go there and try to defuse them as Classic, you can just let them sit there. They're gonna give a little bit of vision though, of course. But this Oracle again, it's dealing so massive damage here. Finally, a few Marines coming in there to try to push them away. We do see an armory on the way now. It's in the natural, so this is not seen by Classic, who's just keeping on. He just makes oracles and rallies them in. He just doesn't even care. We do see a little bit of a push here now, but just planted down most of the spider mines up front. Unfortunately, the vultures did get kind of split up there a little bit, so they didn't make it. And he couldn't lay mines close to the two stalks that did block the entrance. In the end, not enough re-damage was able to be dished out, and HwaRang this just GG. We're gonna go into the second map here very soon. Yeah, that was a really tricky one to read. It had a fast nexus. Of course, you're looking for the tech at that moment from the Protoss as the Terran. So you're trying to get in, you're looking at the tech, you're trying to find it. But if the ASV just doesn't make it, do you make an academy to throw down a scan? Not really, it's a big investment. It's not really a good option to get intel as the brutal turn it seems right now, and you kind of just have to prepare for everything, so you might just need to throw down an NG bay very fast and throw down a turret here or there in your mineral lines. Alright, so it's loser's choice here, and our loser did pick the same race, which is interesting. By the way, he's playing for Team Envy. Let's match you very soon. Get on there in the bottom right classic, and on the top left, the bottom left we've got HwaRang. 1 second here. Just gonna put these up. There we go. Yeah, and the bottom left, of course, HwaRang, who's playing for Team Envy. Team Envy is a team that used to have people like Mapu. Classic, I don't think played there, but they did have very high caliber players for a while. That's a way back though. I think Percival was there. There was a few others as well. I can't remember most, like exactly who was there. I think Creator was there, and a few more. DRG maybe. It's a cool name. Team Envy. It's like you're envying them, but it's just the N and the V. I like naming sense like that. Be a lot in Korean teams. It's a Korean team, Korean-based team, so seems like now they are back to being an amateur team, since they don't have any pro players under contract anymore. Not really sure if they do actually provide a salary, but I think that they probably would have some of the better pros inside the team, if that was the case. Now Classic is again gonna get a lucky scout here, the 1 in 2 chance I saw there was. It's not gonna be the vertical spawns possible here on this map, so that's that. Let's see what HwaRang tries to do this game, and if we're gonna see another proxy Stargate from Classic. I kinda doubt that he's gonna pull the same trick pony in 2 games in a row here. But it's interesting that HwaRang did choose to play Brutal only makes the star. Amazing. What a beauty. He just throws down the command center now. Did he kill that? Did he kill the probe? I think he got it with an SUV. He must have killed it. It was lost. And look at this guy. He has to kill. The Classic tried to go for the assassination now on that SUV and he got picked off. The SUV again does not get a good scout, but this time there's actually no proxy, so it's gonna be a Stargate at home. Classic says, alright, close enough. Yeah, actually your natural does stick into my direction, so I can just do the thing the same. Oh, he shoots his barracks, like, you live faster, brother. The Vulture actually does get by, but unfortunately, oh, I guess, yeah, he of course scouted with the SCV, so he's gonna try to intercept the Stalker here, and he's gonna body block it a little bit with the Vulture. Some nice blocking him, but he might just take a bit too much damage. Of course, if you have the high ground here in Evo, there's a chance to miss if you shoot from the low ground, but this is not looking good for HwaRang. Look at that. That stalker did just miss. Ooh, he gets the vulture, but those two marines, they're kind of unkillable until these shields are recharged. I'm gonna see Spider-Mines first. Another 2 factory opening. He is already adding the 3rd factory, but it is gonna be the same issue again. The Stargate is gonna be ready. The 2 marines make it home, by the way, into the bunker. That's pretty big. By the way, that means that there is gonna be a static kind of point of there's a static point of defense that you can evacuate to here as HwaRang, especially considering that the Oracle is going to come in from the natural. That means it's going to be an easy pull to the bunker, and he can kind of fend off the Oracle, or at least force it to go into the main base. But there's already 2 low SCVs, so that makes a lot of sense anyways. It has a bunch of energy though. He has 100 energy, overcharged the Oracle, I think. Oh man, he can kill the whole work line with this much energy. Look at that. He has so much. So he's actually gonna do rapid pulls. Oh no, don't unload the marines. You're gonna lose all of the marines. No. Okay, that's it. So let's see what these vultures can do on the counter damage part, but I don't think there's gonna be much of them. Like, what the F, man? Why are you unloading the marines? He lays a few mines and brings back the vultures and try to mass repair, I guess. There's another marine, but that's gonna get kicked off. Doesn't even make it through the shields. There's the 2nd Oracle coming in. This game is over. He needs to make freaking turrets. Alright, so I guess we boil that down. If you don't make turrets in TVP early game, you just die to Oracles. And you can't get the count damage done because the vultures are never gonna break buildings. GG is quite classic. Thank you for watching. You had a good one. See you in the next. Peace.